Whether you're a student who just bought an iPad or are wondering what to do with one you have lying around, there are a few key things you need to know about using an iPad for school. In this video, I'll be breaking down the main points to ensure that you're a productive iPad user as a student. And I'll try to make it quick because you really need to get back to that assignment you've been procrastinating on. Alright, let's get into it. The first thing you should do when you're trying to use an iPad for school is organize all of your apps into app folders. This may seem pretty simple, but it saves you so much time. Instead of trying to go through pages and pages of apps to try to find the correct one, you can easily look for the category, tap the folder, and find the app you're looking for. Step number 2 is organizing your dock. This is that horizontal bar of apps that's kept in the bottom right when you need it for quick access to any apps you use really often. For example, I have Safari all the way on the left because whenever I want to open it, I can just grab the leftmost app, open it up, and I know I'll be in the search browser. It's a very simple tool, but it's also very powerful because every second you can shave off by just quickly grabbing an app and opening it up saves you so much time and gets you a lot more time to get your work done. Step 3 is scanning documents. This is super important when you're a student. Whenever you have something that you have to handwrite and then submit it, it's so easy if you have a really good scanning app. I've settled on Adobe Scan after going through a lot of different options because it's really simple, it's free, and you're able to get a bunch of different documents into it and save them all to files directly. It also saves the name of the file so you can quickly organize them, and when you're submitting them, it'll automatically upload the name into whatever submitting software you're using, like Canvas. The scanning interface is also really nice. It just has 4 dots. They go to the corners of your page, and then you're able to get rid of some minor distortion, and it also makes sure that the words on the page are bold, which makes them easier to see. I'll leave a link to all the apps I use down in the description, and you can also check out this video right here where I talk about my top 5 favorite apps for iPad. Step 4 is file organization. I would argue it's the most important thing about using an iPad for school because whenever you have files that you need to upload, you need to make sure that you're able to find them quickly and they're organized in the Files app. This is what my Files app looks like. I have a main folder called School Documents, and then within it I have a folder for each class that I'm in right now, so I'm able to quickly access all the files that I need for each class. And if you enter into a specific class, like let's say AP Physics, then I can see all the different assignments that I usually have to hand in for AP Physics, so everything's really nicely organized there. Once again, it's simple, but it works. Plus, if you get it right the first time, you won't have to organize all your loose files into folders after the fact. They'll already be there. Let's move on to step 5, which is to-do list apps. Currently I'm using Todoist, which I've been using for about a year now, and I like it. It's really simple. It gives me a lot of the features that I need, but it doesn't overload me with too much that it just becomes too complicated. I'm able to quickly schedule tasks into specific times and days that I need them, which is really helpful for keeping track of all my work. Todoist also has a cool feature called Karma, where it keeps track of all the tasks you've ever completed and whether or not they're completed on time, and then it gives you points based on these scores. This is really nice because it kind of gamifies the whole thing and incentivizes you to get stuff done faster, so you're able to level up your karma. With that said, let's move on to step 6, which is calendar apps. I've been using Google Calendar for a while now, and I like it. It's pretty simple, it doesn't really cause much friction, and I'm able to store all my data from Todoist in there so that I can see all my tasks for the day in one place. I'm also able to set reminders for any events I have coming up, so it'll send me a push notification at whatever time that I specified before the event, so I'm able to get to it. A lot of other calendar apps do the same thing or very similar things to Google Calendar, so I would recommend just picking one that you like. You can even use just the Apple Calendar that comes on the iPad. It works just fine. There's no issue with it. I just like using Google because it integrates with my Google account, which is really nice. Let's move on to the final step, which is step 7. It's about getting the best note-taking app. My current note-taking app of choice is GoodNotes. I think it's the king of note-taking apps, and you can check out my video right here and also down in the description where I explain how I use it and why it's better than some other apps. But you can really use any app that you're comfortable with. Just make sure you're able to save your files easily. That's really important for being able to submit notes or taking things down for labs and being able to submit them to teachers. Alright guys, that's it for my steps. I hope this video helped you understand a little bit more of the basics of how to effectively use an iPad for school. If it did, please be sure to drop a like down below and subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date with the newest medical tech and productivity tips if you're a student. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the mix.